Don't believe the hype.
Moses has crazy hype.
Everybody tells me he's the future.
This man is the future.
I think he's the future of the heavyweight division.
I genuinely think the kid's a superstar in the making.
I think he's a generational talent.
Alright, we get it. He's the future, he's a generational talent. Alright, calm down. Almost desperate hype. Sure, he has the knockout power, the speed, the intelligence, and the timing. I think it's way too early to call him the future. Here is 5 reasons why I think boxing is jumping the gun on this one. First up is the most obvious. We haven't seen the deep waters. So far in his professional career, we've only seen him go to 6 rounds twice, both early on. Since then, he's managed to get everyone out early. But like Tom Aspinall in the UFC, the recently promoted heavyweight champion who's been knocking everybody out in the first round, no one has truly tested him to see if he fades as the combinations stack up. So far, he's only been fighting plumbers and electricians. No, not you, Josh Padley. In fact, he hasn't fought anyone inside the top 20. It really is crazy hype if you actually deep it. Moses also doesn't seem to rate cardio.
And what about running? Do you do a lot of running or do you do different types of cardio?
Touchy subjects.
Coming into the Balogun fight, he came into training camp a bit heavy, suggesting that he doesn't stay actively fit between camps and had kind of dropped the ball there at times.
Typically the very start of camp, the first few weeks will be on getting that conditioning together.
Then my diet don't really change that much when I'm in camp or out of camp. It's just when you stop training. It's a big difference. I know that when I ain't in healthy competition, I ain't winning in the gym, then I kind of lose it with life.
Admittedly, in the recent on-the-ground footage, he looks like he's picked up his feet a little bit.
My weight, I keep my weight, so obviously I want to box at 110. I started camp at 114, so slowly, as you can tell, I dropped my weight down.
But questions still remain. Can the gas tank last? And if it doesn't, how does he perform at half empty? This leads to my next concern, his passion and heart. Almost 1 month ago to the day of Itauma's clash with Dillian Whyte, people were questioning Daniel Dubois' heart again, after he took damage and landed on his bum in the Usyk fight and refused to get up from the canvas. We don't know what Itauma's heart looks like, but we have some clues. He has stated that he's had trouble staying motivated in this sport, particularly before he synced up with Ben Davidson.
Training with Ben has been crazy because when I first joined the gym, he kept telling me that deep down, you love boxing. And like at that point of time, I really did feel like I hated boxing.
If Moses has to go through adversity, will he have the dog in him to survive? What does it look like? G-Man summed this up perfectly in relation to comments surrounding Dillian Whyte.
I reminisce on the Parker fight. Parker was so much faster than Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte was like, all right, you're faster than me. Right, I've got more dog than you. That was how he did it.
In previous interviews, he spoke about being an amateur and how he lost motivation to fight during that part of his career.
And I was like, amateur boxing, there's no bread, there's no like recognition, like you're killing yourself to like achieve these medals, these accolades, as you say, and you're not really getting anything in return. And I was just like, I'm sick of this, do you get what I mean? So I was like, I'm scrapping this off.
An amateur who was only fighting at youth level.
Then my brother actually saw me. It was actually at McDonald's in Gillingham, a couple of people that I shouldn't have been with, and he was like, said, bro, I'm tired of boxing, I'm tired of this, I'm tired of that. And he said, I'll tell you what, and obviously at that time you're broke as a joke, and Carol's only just turned professional, and he said, for every kilometre you run, I'll give you £1. I was just running, trying to earn some bread. I was running 10Ks every day, whatever.
And this feeds into number 3, his lack of experience. Regardless of what the hype train is saying, Moses really doesn't have that much experience of professional fighting. I think the reason why we are seeing so many fighters transitioning their amateur success into titles is because it gives you a taste of what's to come in terms of different situations that occur inside the ring. Because Moses has been doing the business and doing it early against mostly washing machines, we just haven't seen him struggle. Dave Allen, who I think is a great personality in Britain's heavyweight scene, has been marching on about this for weeks, and I think he's onto something.
Got the talent, but there's more questions than answers. I think definitely at the top level. I think he possibly is the real deal, but ability is only part of it. You got to have the toughness, the chin, everything. Like we haven't even seen him get hit back yet. Dillian Whyte's beat Parker and Rivas. He watched the World Heavyweight Championship. He's boxed a 20-year-old kid that's never really boxed anybody. So it's not the fact that I think Whyte wins. People think it's a walkover. This is a completely different level of competition that Itauma's ever faced before. He hasn't been hit back. He hasn't been put under pressure. Times I've seen him frustrated with Dobyshenko and Espindola. It looks a bit debunk of ideas.
Yes, he's had some testimonials from sparring, mainly from Lawrence Sokoli, who's had a lot to say about the kid.
Those first 4 rounds were the hardest rounds I've ever done in the sport, to be fair. I went to bed, Moses, I need to get a good night's sleep. Moses is coming in tomorrow.
But let's be realistic. Lawrence hasn't really lit the stage up at heavyweight since moving up, has he? Remember when everyone was lauding Jaron Anderson last year before he got sparked out? George Foreman to Joe Frazier style against Martin Bacoli with them uppercuts.
Oh, left hook. Oh, and a right hand. And all of a sudden Anderson is down.
And this feeds into my next point, his chin. Is Moses a glass cannon? We just haven't seen him cracked. I mean, kind of circling back to my previous point, we haven't seen the kid fight anyone in the top 20. How will he respond against a world-class setup or punch? He has a pay-per-view very early in his career and it could backfire. On August 16th, he meets Dillian Whyte, a fighter who has had his own banana skin moment against Povetkin.
Going a bit, the legs slower, take nothing away from a very good one.
Dillian looks in shape and is ready to lock and load with his own skill set and dynamite left hook. Let's see how the kid fares against top-level opposition before making any wild judgments about him being the future of the scene. How will he perform under the lights with all that pressure? We will see. And talking about pressure, number 5, the Mike Tyson comparisons.
That's Itauma Mike Tyson. Remember when he knocked on Trevor Burbick and he tried to get up and
Yes.
the legs were the same.
What?
Now, I'm just going to get this over and done with. These comparisons are massively unhelpful and only work to create pressure and drama in the build-up to sell pay-per-views and put bums on seats. It's a cheap comparison that we have all seen before and is designed to prick the ears from a marketing perspective to sell a new potential star of the division. There is no denying that the current stock of heavyweights are aging hard and fast. Usyk, the true legend and great of this era, probably only has one fight left in him and seems way too experienced, technical, intelligent and fast for the current crop of heavyweight flobber-dobber slow coaches. Tyson Fury, who most likely is cycling steroids at the moment with his fake retirement talk, only probably has a fight or two left in him, with one of them being AJ, who apparently is in talks to fight Jake Paul. As vomit-inducing and dangerous as that sounds, this division needs flesh blood and promoters and broadcasters have to hype their prospects to prepare the fans for what is next. Frank Warren has a ridiculous stable of heavyweights. Queensbury knows that Moses is not fighting for the championship this year, regardless of what His Excellency is saying. The deadline to beat Mike Tyson's record has passed now. It passed in May, and to be honest, I think that is the only thing linking him to Mike. I mean, he fights nothing like him, as Ben Davison pointed out.
I think probably the biggest comparison I would say is how Mike Tyson loved the game, would always study fighters of the past, etc. Moses has that same love for it.
Mike had that bob and weave style, up close and personal, with underrated defensive capabilities. We haven't seen any of this from Moses so far. He looks more like a trap setter. I mean, look at how he finished Dempsey McKee.
So he gets full leverage with that arc and shot over the top. Watch it now. Touch low. Bam, right over the top.
Listening to Moses list off fighters that he rates across boxing, he mentioned Tank Davis, a fellow southpaw who likes to set up traps and finish his opponents.
I like Shakur, I like Javante Davis.
He also mentioned he'd love for Roberto Duran for this exact reason.
If you could steal one skill from any boxer, what would it be and who would it be from?
Roberto Duran's trap making.
These hard comparisons to a true heavyweight great in Mike Tyson are going to be very hard to come back from if things go wrong. Looking at the calendar, there is really not that much going on between now and Canelo Crawford. It's akin to the summer transfer window where pundits and journalists go over and over speculation for potential transfers to fill the void. And right now for me, Moses is just a potential transfer to a Champions League winning club. He is not a here we go, not until he gets for a real challenger.